The car moved along the quiet road, with only a few other vehicles around. The journey was peaceful. Nutacorn was driving, while his daughter sat in the back to take care of someone else they had brought along. Mavika sat hugging Iweran. Iweran leaned into her, finding comfort in the embrace. But as Iweran passed, she started feeling unwell. Just at that moment, the car arrived at Mavika's house. Nutacorn drove through the gate, which was opened remotely by the housekeeper. He glanced at his daughter and the other young woman through the rearview mirror from time to time. When the car finally stopped inside, he looked at them again and spoke gently, careful not to startle Iweran. "You should stay here tonight. Don't worry about it. I'll call your father and let him know," Nutacorn said. Iweran didn't answer. She simply lifted her head to look at the older man who had been kind to her. She was now in his house, unexpectedly being allowed to stay the night. But before she could respond, she started feeling worse. "Maple." She buried herself in Mavika's arms, pressing her lips against Mavika's neck as if she needed to do so. Then she whispered, "I don't want to win against you anymore." Iweran leaned in, resting her head on Mavika's shoulder, wrapping her arms around her as she whispered her true feelings, "More. I feel hot." "You feel hot?" Mavika asked quickly, her mind immediately thinking of possible reasons. "Let's get out of the car and go rest in my room." Iweran rested her forehead on Mavika's shoulder, gritting her teeth as Mavika helped her out of the car and into the house. Inside, they met Munthida, who had come to check on them after receiving a message from her husband a while ago. "Maple, how is she?" "She's okay, Mom." Mavika replied quickly, though her eyes remained full of concern as she hugged Iweran close. "It's hot. I feel so hot." Iweran dug her fingers tightly into Mavika's arm. "You feel hot?" Munthida looked surprised. "I think." Mavika paused for 4 or 5 seconds, then let out a sigh. "She might have been drugged." "Drugged? What should we do?" Her mother's face filled with shock. "It's okay. I think I can take care of her. I'll take AI upstairs to rest first. Maybe she needs to cool down, take a bath, or..." "Oh, okay. Go ahead." Munthida quickly stepped aside, letting her daughter take their special guest upstairs. She then walked over to stand next to her husband, who was silently watching over everything. Seeing her daughter supporting a young woman she knew was brilliant, and turned to her husband and asked, "What kind of drug do you think it is? Don't tell me it's some sort of..." It could be." Nutacorn cleared his throat lightly. "But..." His lips pressed together, trying not to say too much. "Maybe it wasn't that bad. I'm not sure how serious it is, but Maple knows how to handle the effects of this drug." The bedroom door swung shut as Mavika struggled to close it properly. Iweran grabbed onto Mavika, stopping her from leaving. "I need to get a towel to cool you down." "No. I want you here. Just you," Iweran murmured, pulling Mavika into a tight embrace. "All right. Are you okay? How do you feel?" Mavika asked, hugging her back and softly rubbing her back in comfort. "Not good." Iweran buried her face in Mavika's neck. "I feel..." "It's okay, you stay with me." She pressed her head to the person who needed her the most. There was only concern more than thinking about the things that made her angry and gloomy. And in fact, she missed Iweran a lot. "Do you want me to help you?" She loosened her hug and looked at her face. "Yes." She nodding repeatedly, using her hands to brush and rub her neck when it started to get heavier. "Help me. Let's lie down on the bed properly." Pushing her shoulders to move to the middle of her bed, which she had just had the chance to welcome Iweran for the first time, and was also the only